What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 10. Yeah, 10th episode. We completed 10th. I mean, this is a 10th episode. So, hey, what's up, Apple tomorrow? He have like 1.5k followers on Twitter. You can check his Twitter account. I have link in description, so you guys can check him out. He makes some dope renders in the game, like one of the best renders.
Hello.
What do you think about that?
I've been looking forward to this live stream of this podcast of yours. I'm so glad you like my renders. Uh, let's let's get to the discussion.
Yep. So, what do you think about iPhone 12 mini and iPhone 12 Pro Max?
Yeah. So the Pro Max is just a clean a clean upgrade to the 12 Pro and its predecessor, the 11 Pro Max. I think it's a very safe upgrade in terms of design and in terms of camera and in terms of feature set, and in terms of the price. The amount of features and the amount of power that you're getting for the price, the same price as last year. I think it's a safe upgrade. The 12 mini it's somewhat controversial, maybe. As far as I've seen, people really seem to like that new, smaller design and the thinner,
Really
lighter
good.
form factor. Uh, the mini is for people who just like smaller flagship phones, and I think that's a pretty big market. Uh, the mini is, I mean, it has the same cameras as the regular 12, the 6.1 inch, so it's not really lacking behind it in any aspect to the rest of the lineup, except for, of course, battery life, which battery life is shorter due to the smaller form factor and the smaller battery inside. But I think Mini and Pro Max are both very safe upgrades. Considering the price, the Mini is cheaper and the Pro Max is the same price as last year, so you're getting more
So,
for the same price.
which device are you using right now? What's your primary device?
I use an iPhone 10s, a
Oh,
Space Gray. I have a MacBook Pro, 13-inch, the 2020 model that was just refreshed. Not Apple Silicon, it was the Intel refresh. And these are my primary devices.
uh, so yeah, so the 12 mini is actually, as you said, it's a controversial color, and at the same time, I think it will be successful because of, first of all, because of the price and the features it is offering. So I think it will be really successful, and it is really great. First of all, you know what? I thought about buying iPhone 12 mini, but I canceled that because the battery life I saw on reviews, it's just so bad. Like my iPhone 10 gets around 8 to 9 hours of intensive usage, and as MKBHD said, and many other YouTubers said, the intensive usage of the 12 mini gets you around 5 or 4 hours of usage, and that's really low for the price. Like, of course, it is cheaper than other iPhones, but at the same time, you're paying a lot of money.
Yeah, I think suffered battery life is to be expected with a smaller form factor. I mean, there's not many phones out there currently that are that size and that have that kind of power draw. When you think about the OLED panel on the front, OLED
Yeah,
panels
and
built
power.
into their high power screens. If Apple would have stuck with LCD for the iPhone 12 mini, people wouldn't have liked that either. So I think you're trying to get the best of both worlds here. You're getting the OLED
Yeah,
screen, you're
of
getting
course.
the power efficiency and performance of the A14 Bionic,
Because
and
it's a give or take. Yeah, you
yeah,
can take a good display, or you can take a good battery life, or you can take good display or bad battery life.
yeah, yeah, you're exactly right. So with the 12 Pro Max, what you're essentially getting is the best of both worlds. You're getting a very beautiful display with very good battery life. I just found out through a news site that the 12 Pro Max has won a Display of the Year award from DisplayMate, which is a, it's a company who tests out displays,
Yeah.
and the 12 Pro Max won the Display of the Year award in terms of contrast and color accuracy, brightness, etc. So the 12 Pro Max, as I said, it's a
So
very
I think the main thing taking the most amount of battery is without a doubt the display.
exactly.
Besides of being such a small phone, the displays, of course, the display, processor, everything is like it's pushing a lot of pixels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
So,
So
but you know what? If they would have been gone for the LCD panel, I think we would get a much better performance. Because the processor have to give less power to the display,
mhm.
and at the same time we would have given got like around 1 day of usage intensive, and that also intensive because
Uh,
considering the display is smaller, the processor do not need to push a lot of pixels as it will be IPS LCD. So I think it would have been a great deal for people looking for a great battery life device.
um,
And yeah, of course they would have been also claimed that this is the best iPhone with the best amount of battery life.
yeah. So the way I see it, I think this year's OLED across the board theme. I think Apple really wanted to carry that through. If they gave the mini an inferior display in terms of LCD to OLED, LCD is inferior to OLED. If Apple had given the mini uh, an inferior display, I think people would have been not happy with that.
Yeah,
They don't want that kind of disparity between the lineup, especially in the 12 and the 12 mini. As we've seen, Apple has sort of distinguished the Pro Max from the Pro model this year, something that they've not done before. And I think they don't want that kind of disparity in the lower end of the lineup with the 12 and the 12 mini. So I think battery life was expected to suffer.
yeah, but actually it was a deal break. I'm sad about that because it was a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
if you get a small
anyway,
phone, you're
iPhone
getting.
10R and iPhone 11 is still really great.
Yeah, so well, that the 10R has a less power intensive display, and the 10R is larger, so it has a larger battery. The
Yeah,
Mini has a more power hungry display, and the phone itself is smaller, so there's a smaller battery. The battery life would suffer because of that.
yeah. So technically, I have a 10R and a 10RS because it is just a 11 is just a speed upgrade. Speed and like camera
And
isn't
10,
good.
yeah,
And
11 to 10R, 10R to 11 is an S upgrade, yes, but we've seen the theme with the lower end iPhones, the lower cost iPhones. Uh, Around $700 is where I think people like the phones to be
yeah,
priced.
and you know what? I got the 11 for a great deal. That's the reason I got the 11. If I'm on 10R and if I would have been gotten I would have been gotten like a big upgrade, I would uh, obviously gone for the 12 or 12 Pro. But the reason I got the 11 was because it was only for like 40K INR, and that's really really cheap.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal, I think.
And iPhone 10R is at 8K INR. So
Oh,
technically, I gave 2,000 more INR and got S upgrade. So I think it's good. That's the
yeah, it's
that was the main
upgrade.
reason I got it.
Uh-huh. My next phone, I think, considering that I have the 10s right now, battery degradation isn't a problem with my 10s. From what I've personally seen, this is a 2-year-old phone now, and it's the smaller variant. It's not the Max, but battery degradation hasn't been a problem for me. I think I can hold on to this phone for a year more, I
Yeah,
think.
of course. iPhone 10s is a dope device. It would obviously last for more than 2 years from right now.
Yeah, in terms of software support, I expect software updates up till about iOS 17 maybe or
No,
8.
I think we can go further from iOS 17 because
Yeah, I think because
considering,
typically
considering
5 years of software
considering that
support.
iPhone 5s got like 6 years of support, then
Yeah.
iPhone 10 is still supported and will be supported probably for like more 2 or 1 year more. So I think tennis will obviously get iOS, at least iOS 18 or most probably iOS 19. Who knows? Of
Yeah, I
course.
think iOS what I said iOS 17. I think that's that's a very short range, considering that the 10 is still supported, the 8 plus are still supported, 7 is still supported,
7
and
is
the
also supported. Yeah, 7 is
yeah
also supported. They
6S
have
is
not even
also
dropped the 7. 6s is also supported.
supported.
Like
I think
it is,
if they drop support for 6S next year, and 7 the year after, we should be getting like 4 more years
you
software
You know
support.
what? I think they will drop the support for iPhone 6s and 7 at the same time. The reason because uh, the 6s is really capable device, and
Hmm.
the 7 was like a design upgrade. Then 8 was a kind of S upgrade. So I think that 7 and 6s will stop at the same time. The reason because you remember the time when iPhone 5s and 6 was stopped at the same time. There was a because the 6 was only the design change. The performance was not that different. So I think the 6s and 7 will drop at the same time, most probably,
Yeah, that's a possibility, I think. Yep.
because we have seen Apple doing this like past year.
Yeah, but just thinking about the fact that the iPhone 6S is still supported in 2020, legendary software support from Apple.
Of course, the soft in terms of software support, I always recommend Apple to everyone. Like, whenever someone asks me, I want a good software and I want software support, I always say, don't think about it. Go for an iPhone. Like, you will get a really great software support.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting an iPhone, you're most probably signing up for like 5 6 years of major OS releases, and then
And
the
two, three
iPhone
years
5S,
of two,
yeah, and
three
iPhone
years
5S is
of
still
security
getting
support.
updated within iOS 12.
Yeah, right now I used recently Apple released like 1.5 week ago. Yeah, they released the iOS 12 point
I think
uh,
1.4,
5.1.
yeah, 5.5 something.
Yeah, so the fact
Yeah.
iPhone 6s and 5s is still getting security updates, like it's pretty dope. You know what? I bought Samsung Galaxy S8 in 2017. It was almost the same time when iPhone 7 was released, and my S8 stopped receiving updates and it's already been 1 year that my S8 have been stopped receiving updates. So it's so good that Apple is supporting their device so much now.
Y- Yeah, I think considering that
And
the S8,
by the way, Samsung is also trying to cop up because earlier I still remember that time when I got the Samsung Galaxy S6. Yeah, and it got like one or 2 years of support, and the Samsung Galaxy S8 got yeah around stopped recently, so it is around the same, but the budget end for devices such as here I have the M40, and this device is also supported right now, and it's been like 1.5 year for a budget end device and a Samsung device to be supported till now for 1.5 years. It's actually really good
yeah, for
considering it's
Samsung,
considering it's Samsung.
exactly. For Samsung, 1.5 year of software support is considered legendary.
Yeah, and that also for a budget device. It's not even mid-range device.
Yeah, I think, but the problem is, Samsung is not designing software in-house, specifically optimized for Samsung devices. Android is made by Google. Samsung makes their own hardware. The optimization there is a problem, something that Apple doesn't have to uh, deal with
Well,
much because they make iOS and they make the hardware themselves and the processor themselves.
uh, I I think if you are going for Android device, you should probably go for Google Pixel or the OnePlus. Like these two devices are the
Yeah,
champ. Like if you're going for Android, you will get great performance, you will get great support. Like everything is really good on Pixel and the OnePlus devices.
exactly. Yeah, Pixel has really shown great cameras, great image processing pipelines, and great software for
The
cameras.
ISP of Pixels are awesome. Like it still I saw a comparison like a day ago. I saw a comparison and between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Google Pixel 3a, and
And it's great note.
the camera was so I mean there were some pictures of the 3a which was better than iPhone 12 Pro Max, and that's really dope for recently released iPhone. And of course, I know iPhone 12 Pro will eventually get better because it is just released and Apple will provide updates. As we just saw, iOS 14.3 beta 1 bringing
Yeah,
the
we have
raw.
Apple Pro Raw coming out now. I
Yeah,
think with uh, Apple is going for that Pro market with that Pro naming in their iPhones now. Apple Pro Raw, from what I've seen on Twitter for the past few hours or so, people seem to be very impressed with the way Apple Pro Raw seems to work. With the contrast and exposure values not baked
so I
into the
updated my iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro Max to beta 2 iOS 14.3, and
Mhm.
I think I haven't got any raw feature on that device on my device iPhone 11 and 11 Pro Max,
Yeah,
but
it's just
I think
software.
we will be seeing a raw feature on the iPhone 11, or even if not on iPhone 11, maybe on iPhone 11 Pro Max.
The way I see it, it's going to be a software exclusive for the 12 Pro and Pro Max.
Yeah,
Uh,
for some time.
yeah, I think it's going to be the same way as it was with the frame rate and resolution picker in the camera app. It was exclusive to the 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, and 11 for some time, but then Apple moved it back down to the older devices as well on in iOS 13.6.
Yeah, around iPhone iOS 13.6
0.4, I
or
think.
yeah.
It was around there, yeah. But I think Apple Pro Raw is going to stay limited to iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max. That's the way I see it.
Uh, all right. So I saw your YouTube channel. You are doing great. Uh, I
Yeah,
even posted. I posted on my community page. Man, actually that was really bad. I said
yeah.
that I will get you to 200 subscribers, but
Oh,
I
no, no, that's no problem at all. In fact, with that latest, that MacBook Pro Apple Silicon animation film that I posted um, on my YouTube channel, my YouTube channel is mostly just a hub for uh, making these renders and then uploading them in better quality than Twitter, because Twitter compression is lethal to my
yeah,
renders. They don't seem to like images and videos at all. Uh,
of course.
I render my
And don't ever put any video or a render
oh,
on your fleet tab,
oh,
because fleet's compression is
tweets
much
are
more worse than Twitter post compression.
oh I even tweeted about fleets. I was like, what the hell are tweets are fleets? And I mean, what is Twitter thinking? I think the edit button would be a lot more
Of course.
useful to people than a fleet feature.
You know what? I have some friends who are waiting for Twitter to add edit button, and then they will come to Twitter. So eventually, they will get some audience from that edit button.
Yeah, that edit button could be very helpful for just correcting typos. I mean, yes, it would. I discussed this with
But
one
it
of my friends on
but
Twitter.
it would reduce some controversies, and you know what? Public like controversies.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, people do seem to like controversies a lot. I discussed this with a friend of mine over on Twitter. I discussed the way an edit button might work on Twitter, and so I suggested the fact that even if you edit a tweet, Twitter would allow you to see the unedited tweet.
Oh,
And he said that that's possible, but that would use a lot of server storage from Twitter,
yeah,
and Twitter
that
will
was,
have to use a lot of servers to manage all of that. So, I mean,
that that's point. That's
considering
point.
considering how big of a platform Twitter has become, I think they can handle uh, more server storage.
Yeah,
And I think that an edit button is now long overdue to add to Twitter, because sometimes I tweet stuff on Twitter and there's typos in it, and I ask for an edit button. Some people are like, reread that tweet before tweeting it, and that's just not how it's supposed to work.
of
Yes.
course. You know what? Um, yeah, 2 weeks ago, I posted a video on my channel, and I posted a tweet about that video on my Twitter, and by chance, instead of NEW, I don't know what I was thinking, but in what hurry I was, but I write BEW. So and then I went to sleep. When I woke up, I saw like 10, 20 comments and so many DMs that, bro, what are you trying to say? View video.
Yeah, that's like I said, an edit button is long overdue for Twitter now, I think.
Of course, man. So, have you ever actually used any device except for an iPhone?
As a daily driver,
Yup, as a daily driver.
not, no, I don't think I have.
Uh,
I have personal experience using Android phones, but not as a daily driver. I've used them. My mom used to have Android phones. Now she's iPhone exclusive. Now she's iPhone exclusive too, courtesy me, Apple's marketing director for my country. Yeah,
yeah,
I've successfully managed to convert my entire family to using iPhones.
same, same.
Yeah, that's a major victory for me.
It's the same. It's the same for me. You know what? My dad was using a Samsung device, and I started making videos on iPhone, and he saw some of my videos, and he was like, this is much better than my device, and eventually he got an iPhone 12 Pro. Then my mom saw that videos, and he like all of my family members right now is using an iPhone, but
And what phone are you?
I have some spare Android devices like this M40 S8, and then I have a Motorola device.
Uh-huh.
These are the spare devices, and I even have a M21 right now, and that's sealed in the box. I have not even opened it.
Uh-huh. So what phone are you daily driving now?
Yep, it's a primary 10R, then it's a 11 secondary. I know that's weird, but I'm too lazy to change my primary SIM
Ah, all
and
right, all
switch
right.
to
Yeah,
iPhone
I was
11.
like, you have an 11, but you're using a 10R.
Yep, because I was using as I just said, I was using a 10R as my primary device, but I got a good deal on 11. That's the reason I bought it. I bought it like a month ago.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so my mom used to use an S7 Edge, but then I got her over onto iPhone.
You know what? I also had the S7 Edge in blue that got stolen, but that was a dope device. It was the secondary. It was my secondary
Yeah, I
device, and
was
that dope
when my
device.
mom was using that S7, uh, I was surprised at how well it had actually held up. Um, it had ended Samsung had ended software support for the S7 by then, but it was hanging up. It was holding up. In the end, there were some hiccups with it. The screen used to glitch out sometimes when closing apps. So I told her to get a new phone. Then I got down to the war. Should it be an Android or should it be an iPhone? And I won in the end. She has an 11 Pro Max now, and I think she's going to
Oh,
be using this phone for a good 5, 6 years.
yeah, of course, 11 Pro Max is a dope device. As I just said, I recently dropped a video on that, and
Mhm.
it's just been like 2 days. That video done 2 days today, and it was surprising that Apple released beta 2 already, and now I have to work on that video again.
All right. So uh, the the good thing about iPhones is the performance overhead, because with the A series chips, we've seen Apple deliver better performance year over year, with better power efficiency year over year, and uh, that translates into performance down the road, when you're looking for an upgrade, but you look at your own phone, and it's still working very, very well. Something that you don't see with Samsung phones, because the performance overhead isn't there. And
Of course, and
Apple,
not even Samsung, including like there are some companies like Vivo, Motorola, and then Oppo, and there are companies like Huawei, even Huawei,
yeah,
and actually Motorola was the champion in Android department.
used to be,
Motorola
yeah.
and BlackBerry at the time, those devices were awesome.
They used to be the tech titans of their time.
Yeah, and I still remember the time when there was a BlackBerry with a small that ball scroller type thing. I can't remember that, but there was something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I remember something similar. Yeah.
yep, so that looked really dope.
uh, the
Have you ever held a 3GS on your hand? Have you ever done a hands-on of 3GS?
Yep, yes, I have.
That's the OG thing. I have that. That looks so cool. I recently found. You know what? I recently found that. I mean, my dad used to had that back in the time. Of course, he. It was the 3GS was his first iPhone, but after that he switched to Android. But he had that device, and recently in India there was festive season. There was Diwali.
Uh-huh.
So I was cleaning my room and saw a 3GS, and I started making reels on that, small videos, and uploaded it on my reels, and that actually blew up. Like all of those reels got like 2.5K views, and one of them got like 3,000 views.
Oh, that's actually pretty impressive. Um, I have had hands-on time with the original iPhone as well, the iPhone 3GS.
And I
My
recently
first,
installed Stadia on the 3GS.
yeah, my first iPhone was the 4, in black, I think. Yeah, it was black. Then I had the 4S, then it was the 5S, then 6, then 7, then now I have the 10s. But I've had hands-on time with almost all iPhones now, except for the 8.
And 10.
10, I have used a 10, but not as a daily driver. I've had hands-on time with it.
uh, so yep, yeah, it's almost the time. It's almost 30
Yep,
minutes.
time's up. It was a really nice discussion. Uh, it was an interesting discussion with all of the topics that we had today. Uh, I had fun with this.
Thank you so much for being here, bro. Really respect that
Thank you
grind.
for having me.
Respect that grind on Twitter.
G, I didn't get that.
I respect your grind on Twitter.
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, I just try to be my best self on Twitter, because I like when people
Twitter is
upload
Twitter.
videos. I retweet their tweets. I like their tweets that they can get a larger audience
Yeah.
and try and help out.
Thank you so much for being here. And
Thanks
yeah,
for
that
having me.
was episode 10 with Apple Tomorrow. Go and follow him on his Twitter, link in description. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll catch you guys later. And yeah, Apple tomorrow. I hope so. You will be in one of my future episodes.
I look forward to it. Yep.
All
Maybe
right.
when the iPhone
So
comes out.
that's the end.